Man, I could really go for a Reuben or maybe a Gyro. But I don't know that I'm hungry enough to eat a whole sandwich. Kind of just want a snack. Aldi has that problem taken care of. Hello, goblins and goblinettes. Welcome back to another edition of Destined to be Goblin. Destined Goblin here. This is where I will try a food product of some kind, maybe something you didn't even know existed, and I will decide whether or not I should give it my Destined Goblin seal of approval. Yes, I did say Aldi. We all know Aldi. Aldi has come out with two different dips right now. They're actually made by Park Street Deli. This one is a Reuben Style dip. This one is a Gyro Style dip. Now, the thing that caught my attention on this was I actually saw some written reviews on this. And apparently people are absolutely loving these dips. So I went over to my local Aldi, and lo and behold, I was able to find these very easily. I'm going to try these on their own, and then I'm also going to try these on a cracker. One of the things that I was seeing in the reviews that I was reading, these were written reviews that I was looking at, a lot of people were coming up with some creative ways to use this product. Some people were using pita chips. Some people were actually putting it on bread. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on a cracker and see what we get flavor-wise that way. Let's go ahead and start with the Gyro style dip. I do have Monster Mug loaded with some nice cold water there, sort of cleanse the palate in between. Now this one is made with beef, cream cheese spread, and feta cheese. Interesting. This is 70 calories for 2 tablespoons. And again, it says sandwich style dip made with beef, cream cheese spread, and feta cheese, and it is put out by Park Street Deli, but I do believe that is Aldi's brand. I believe that these are only available at Aldi. Let's go ahead and try this Gyro style first. Okay, so I am anticipating that this is going to taste very similar to that cucumber sauce that you get on Gyros, but I am very curious to see exactly how much beef and meat and cheese and things like that are in here. This is very chunky. This does smell very much like that sauce that you will get on a Gyro. So it does smell very much like cucumber. It does, yeah, it's extremely reminiscent of that sauce that you'll get on a Gyro. These chunks are also enormous. I mean, I'll find out here in a second, but it sort of looks like if these are actual chunks of beef, there are some huge pieces of meat in this. I did not anticipate that. I was sort of expecting there to maybe be some shaved pieces of meat sort of ground up in there or whatever, but these look like actual chunks of beef that are in here. So that right away is pretty impressive. I want to say this was, I think both of these were right around the $4 mark, but under $4. $3.99, $3.93, something like that. Let me go ahead and just take a spoonful of this and see what this tastes like on its own, and then we'll try it on a cracker. Here we go. Wow. Okay, yes, it is very reminiscent of that cucumber sauce that you're going to get on a Gyro. Those were chunks of beef in there. And the beef, my concern, first of all, was that if that actually was beef, maybe it was going to be a little bit, not exactly the most tender slices of beef. A lot of times in a product like this, they'll tend to use a sort of a lower grade beef, maybe not cook it as well. And sometimes it can be kind of tough, it can be kind of stringy. That is not at all the case in this. Now, the one thing about this is supposed to be the Gyro style dip. That was an actual piece of beef. And when I think of a Gyro, I think of that lamb, those lamb slices, I think of a very flavorful meat. This was very much beef. So that is one thing that wasn't 100% reminiscent of a gyro because of that fact. It did taste a little bit different. I've got a sleeve of saltine crackers here. I'm going to go ahead and open these up and try some of this on a cracker. I think this one might be fantastic on a pita. I actually wish that I had a pita here that I could try this on. Pita chips, anything like that, I think that would be great with this one. So there is a little bit of that gyro dip on a cracker. Let's see if the cracker enhances this at all. That is a really good product. I don't think that it 100% reminds me of a gyro. For those reasons that I said, I think the seasoning is a little bit light on this as far as the flavor, the cucumber sauce that you get on a gyro has a very distinct flavor to it, and I think this is lacking just a little bit of that flavor. The fact that this is also supposed to have feta cheese in it and cream cheese, you don't notice that a lot. The beef is very nice in this. This is a very good dip. I like it on crackers. I think it would be better on pita chips. But, I mean, overall, this is pretty good. Let's move on to the Reuben Style and see what we get there. All right, first of all, we'll do a little palate cleanse. Sushi is joining me now. You might see him behind me there. Here he comes. All right, so here we go, Reuben Style. This one is made with cured beef, cream cheese spread, and sauerkraut. There's actually sauerkraut in this dip. This is 70 calories for 2 tablespoons, just like the other one. All right, there's a look at that dip in the bowl. This one, I think most of the aroma that I'm getting off of this one is actually the beef. I thought maybe I would smell more of the sauerkraut in this, but I think it's mostly the beef that I'm actually smelling here. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this one. I do love a good Reuben sandwich. This one is packed with those pieces of beef. I mean, there were a lot of those pieces in that gyro, but this one is just loaded with those chunks of beef. Let's see what the flavor is like on this one. I can't believe that there's actually sauerkraut in this. There we go. There's a spoonful of the Reuben Style dip right now. Again, available only at Aldi. Here we go. Wow. There's definitely sauerkraut in there. You get a crunch from the sauerkraut, but there is so much beef in there. That is the predominant flavor that you're going to get out of this. Does it remind me of a Reuben? No, not really. But in this case, I don't mind that. I mean, this is a very good flavor on this. Very strong cream cheese flavor to this, more so than on the gyro. The gyro was mostly that cucumber flavor along with the beef. This is mostly the cream cheese flavor along with the beef flavor, and then you get that crunch of the sauerkraut as well. Here it is on a cracker. I think that would be fantastic on rye bread, a marbled rye, anything like that, like you would actually make a Reuben sandwich. Again, not 100% reminiscent of Reuben, but a really good flavor. These are very impressive. Reuben style dip, gyro style dip, both available at Aldi. Doesn't taste exactly like the sandwiches that they're supposed to represent, but very good, really good snack. Great on crackers, probably fantastic on bread. Solid 2-star seal of approval. All right, there we go. Again, you can pick those up at Aldi. I am not sure if that's a permanent thing or if that is just a limited time. But if you come across those, definitely pick those up. Give them a try. That's pretty impressive. Those are some nice little snacks there. I will catch you next time.